What if the very foods you're choosing to protect your health after 60 are the ones quietly causing damage? It's a scary thought, right? Today we're going to talk about a critical health warning that, honestly, most people learn about way too late. We're going to uncover how some of the healthiest foods in your kitchen could actually be a serious threat to your kidneys. Let's get right into it.
Think about it. You go for a walk every morning. You take your medications on time. You've switched to whole grains. You're eating plenty of fruit. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. Or at least that's what you think. But for millions of people over 60, following that standard health advice could be leading them down a really dangerous path, and they wouldn't even know it.
And this quote from kidney specialist Dr. Richard Clark, it just hits the nail on the head. This isn't about being careless, it's about not having the right information. The simple fact is, the dietary rules that work for a 40-year-old are just not the same for a 70-year-old, especially when it comes to your kidneys. So, to really get our heads around this, let's look at a real-world example. I want you to meet Ruth. She was 71, super sharp, active, and really careful about her health. But her dedication to what she thought was a perfect diet, well, that became the very source of her problem.
Now, check out this timeline. Ruth's kidney function is measured by something called an eGFR score. We'll talk more about that number in a bit, but for now, just know that higher's better. She started at 52. After her doctor told her to watch her diet, she got right on it, switched to whole wheat bread, ate bananas, and had canned soups for lunch. But look what happened. 6 months later, her function had plummeted to 38. She had actually dropped into a more severe stage of kidney disease. Now, the good news? Once she got the right advice, her decline stopped, and her number even came up a little. This just shows you how high the stakes really are.
So before we reveal the specific foods that got Ruth into trouble, we really need to understand the why behind all of this. What's actually happening inside our bodies that makes these dietary rules change so dramatically once we pass 60? Well, it all starts with this number. After you hit 40, your kidney function naturally starts to decline by about 1% every single year. And here's the thing, it's totally silent, no symptoms, no pain. But by the time you're in your 70s, that adds up. You could have lost nearly a third of your kidney function. And that gradual loss changes how your body handles four very specific things. First up is phosphorus. Healthy kidneys are great at filtering it out, but when they're working at, say, 70% capacity, they struggle. Phosphorus starts to build up in your blood. This condition, called hyperphosphatemia, doesn't just harm the kidneys more, it also starts to damage your blood vessels. But, and this is key, not all phosphorus is created equal.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. The inorganic phosphorus that's used as an additive in processed foods, your body absorbs nearly 100% of it. It just soaks it all up. But the natural phosphorus that's in whole foods, you only absorb about half of it. That huge difference is why processed foods are such a hidden danger here.
Second on the list is potassium. We all need it, for sure, but compromised kidneys have a really hard time clearing out the excess. And when potassium levels in your blood get too high, it can lead to some really dangerous and irregular heart rhythms. This is what turns a lot of heart-healthy foods into a potential risk.
Third is the protein load. You know, we're always being told to eat more protein as we age, to keep our muscles strong. But for kidneys that are already stressed, a high-protein meal is like forcing a factory into mandatory overtime. They go into overdrive, and this hyperfiltration, as it's called, just wears out the kidney's filtering units that much faster.
And finally, there's good old sodium. As kidney function goes down, so does the ability to get rid of sodium. This makes you retain fluid, which drives up your blood pressure, and that high blood pressure then damages the kidneys even more. It's just a vicious, self-reinforcing cycle.
Okay, so now that we get the four big challenges, phosphorus, potassium, protein, and sodium, let's finally look at those four categories of so-called healthy foods that can become a real problem.
First up, processed and deli meats. Yeah, that seemingly innocent deli turkey sandwich is a double threat. It's packed with sodium to preserve it, and it contains those inorganic phosphate additives we just talked about. You know, the kind your body absorbs almost completely. It's a real 1-2 punch.
Okay, this second one is often the most surprising for people. High-potassium fruits. For most of us, bananas and avocados are fantastic, but for someone with reduced kidney function, they can just overload the system. But the solution isn't to avoid fruit, not at all. It's about making a simple swap to lower potassium options, like apples, berries, and grapes. Easy enough.
All right, now this one is going to feel completely wrong, but it is so important. Whole wheat and bran products are naturally high in phosphorus, and for someone with kidneys that are already struggling, that extra phosphorus is a real problem. So in this very specific medical situation, the totally counterintuitive advice is correct. White bread and white rice are actually the safer choices. Wild, right?
And the fourth culprit, canned soups and packaged meals. Even the ones that are marketed as healthy or low-fat are often hiding a just staggering amount of sodium. In fact, it's one of the single biggest sources of sodium in the entire American diet. And this chart just says it all. The daily sodium limit for someone with chronic kidney disease, or CKD, is about 1,500 milligrams. Now, as you can see, a single bowl of your average canned soup can have 1,000 milligrams. That's 2/3 of your entire daily budget. Gone in just one meal. It's crazy. So I know this is a lot of information, and it can feel a little overwhelming, but it's actually incredibly empowering. Now we can pivot from the problem to the solution. So here it is, a clear 7-step plan you can use to take control, starting today.
All right, let's just walk through this. Step 1, it all starts with getting your number. Ask for an eGFR test. Step 2, if that number comes back below 60, ask for a referral to a specialist, a renal dietitian. Step 3 is about what you do at the grocery store. Become a label detective and look for those PHOS additives. 4 and 5 are those simple swaps we talked about. Step 6, so important. Have your pharmacist look over your supplements. Some can be tough on the kidneys. And finally, step 7, just track what you eat for a week and bring it to your doctor. See, these are all simple, concrete things you can actually do.
You know, out of everything we've talked about today, it really all boils down to one simple, proactive step. One single question that unlocks all the information you need to protect yourself. This is it. What is my eGFR? Write it down. Put it in the Notes app on your phone. Say it at your next doctor's appointment. This isn't about questioning your doctor. It's about being an active partner in your own health. Knowing this one number is the key that starts the entire conversation. You know, Dr. Clark, the nephrologist we heard from earlier, he shared that his own mother's eGFR was 44 when they finally caught it, and she was eating all the right foods just like Ruth was. They made the changes and her kidney function stabilized. But he said he often thinks about what would have happened if they'd waited just one more year. Sharing this information isn't just about facts and figures, it's an act of care. So my question to you is, what's your next step going to be?